V'hakadosh Baruch Hu Matzileinu. The highlight of the Seder, when families get together and they raise up their cups and they sing Vehi Sheamda. It was this that has stood the test of time, that Abraham was promised by God to take us out of Egypt in the future. And in every generation they try and destroy us, but Hashem will always save us from their hands. Some explain that actually the word Vehi, which has 4 letters, each stand for the different types of Torah that we have in this world. The Vav are the 6 books of the Mishnah, the Hey are the 5 books of Moses, Yud, which is 10 in Hebrew, is the 10 commandments, and Aleph is the oneness of God, implying that it was the Torah itself and our connection to it that has saved us throughout the generation. But I believe that this prayer says so much more. Deep inside every single Jew across the world is a burning spark. And it doesn't matter if it was King Paro who was trying to enslave our people, or Hitler who was trying to destroy our people, or Stalin who was trying to take away our identity like Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand in Spain. They could never take away the Jewish spark that burnt deep inside the Jew. They can take away our lies, but they could never take away that spark. And you know, as a people, we are defined often by a common language, by a geography, and for years, the Jews never had that. It wasn't until 1948 that we had a state. What we did have when we were thrown into exile was this portable book of knowledge called the Torah. Jewish values, how to live this life, and our connection to it has maintained us as a people throughout the centuries. But if we go back in time to the very first meeting between Moses and God, God turns to him in a thorn bush that is not burning and says, Moshe, take my people out of Egypt. And he asks himself the question, this is his first introduction. Why is he appearing to Moshe like this? And the answer is that God was giving Moshe a message. Moshe was worried since he left Egypt. Are my people still alive? And God turns to Moshe and he says to him, not only are they still alive now, they will always be alive in the future. The Jewish people are compared to the thorn bush. Just like the thorn bush is burning and fire destroys but doesn't get consumed, there's something supernatural against the Jewish people, that no matter where they are in the world, they will survive forever and they will never be totally destroyed. You know, when we think about what happened in the past, there were many great stories that really illuminate this idea. One great man by the name of Henry Borenstein approached his rabbi just before he was about to die with a strange request. He said, when I die, please don't bury me in my shrouds. Bury me instead in my prison uniform from the camps. And the rabbi said, why? He said, because when I stand in front of God after I die, I'll be able to look at him and say, you know why I didn't keep Shabbat properly? You know why I didn't eat kosher properly during the war? Look what I was wearing. I was a prisoner for the Third Reich. A few weeks later, Henry Borenstein dies and the children come to the rabbi and said, we know about our father's request. We beg of you though, don't go ahead and bury him in that uniform. Because every year our father would use that as a rallying call of faith and hang it over the Seder table and say, I was a slave to Hitler in Germany, but I was able to come out because God saved us from his hands. And he looked at our family and he said, and I owe my thanks to him for all of you around this table. In the end, they actually did bury him in shrouds, but to respect his last wishes, they folded up his prison uniform and put it into the coffin. But that legacy was never going to be forgotten. In spite of all the brutal attempts to destroy the Jewish people, Jews have demonstrated time and time again this ongoing miracle of the burning bush that doesn't get consumed. In spite of all the brutal destruction, annihilation of the Jewish people throughout the centuries, we have lived this message of being the burning bush that doesn't get destroyed. That burning spark in the Jewish people that can be ignited tonight on Seder night, teaching everyone around the table what it means to have faith as a Jew. So as you raise your cups during Vehi Sheamda and you sing the song, shut your eyes and see yourself in this unbroken chain of tradition, in a story that has not yet been concluded, and understand that it is the faith of the Jewish people, our connection to Torah and its values, that has sustained us through the ages as the miraculous people that we are, because each and every single one of us is part of that miracle that is the Jewish people. Chag Sameach.